Gentlemen, King and Queen of the Ring is getting quite interesting. I want to start with the women's side because on the women's side, right now we got Bianca and Jade Cargill advancing towards that semi-finals. Are they gonna face off against each other? We got Tiffany Stratton. Like there is actually some interesting storylines going on right now. This whole tournament for the women is actually more exciting than I thought it would be. I want to start off first by asking you about Jade Cargill and her match. She finally had a prolonged one-on-one match, no BS, no tag team. She was in there and like she had to either sink or swim. Fellas, do you think she swam or did she sink? Brian, I'll start with you.
Man, listen. She swam, man. She did her
Mm.
thing. It was fun. It was a good match. I don't really got more thoughts about it. I'm just glad that it was a good match and they did their thing. Kenny, let me hear your thoughts, man.
I think it was definitely time to take the leash off of her. So I'm glad it looks like they are finally trusting her. And she didn't look like she was messing up or hesitant or not confident in there. So I think that was the important thing. But her winning this match is kind of puzzling to me, and I'm sure we'll get to why in here in a minute. She picked up Piper Niven, dropped her on the ground. I thought it was all good.
Mm-hmm.
So nice
Yeah.
performance from Big Jade.
This is something that she needed desperately, I think, ever since her debut on camera. Now we finally got that match. I thought this was the best match that Jade Cargill has ever had in the
Yes.
WWE. I'm sure more is to come. I'd still notice her being green though. For example, like she grabbed
Oh, for sure.
Piper Newen on the hand, like this. When you Irish whip someone, this is a rookie mistake. You never do this. You grab someone from here because, like, the idea of the Irish whip is you grab someone and you forcefully pull him towards the rope and throw him there. So that was like a really rookie mistake that they teach you usually day one in wrestling school. Maybe they don't over there in the WWE, or maybe Jade Cargill just made a mistake, but she did move on. Yeah, facing Nia Jax, we thought this should have been happening at WrestleMania. Well, it is happening now, and again, it's another interesting match that I think all of us wants to see. And then we have Bianca moving on as well, but she got injured. Well, in kayfabe, obviously, her knee, back of the leg got injured. What do you think this kayfabe injury is gonna do to Bianca? Do you think this is basically her losing, like guaranteed? Kenny, do you think that? Kenny's frozen right now, or it might be me. But
Nah.
let me see. Brian, man, why don't you take it over?
Man, listen, I think that this match right now for Bianca, like with everything that happened, I think she guaranteed lost. Like I don't think there is no going back with her, simply
Mm.
because of the fact that they injured her for a reason. So they don't want to make her look weak. They want to protect her in the L. And I think that's just what it is right now. It's just about protecting her, making sure that she does not lose just flat out, no reason why. And that's just what it is to me, at least. What you think, Hero?
Oh well, yeah, I do see this as a easy way to get Tiffany to semifinals. I think Tiffany is going to lose to Jade Cargill. I really don't think they're gonna get Jade Cargill pinned here unless Bianca turns heel, which she has been a little heelish, a little bit angry, but just a tiny bit. Like there's no indication for her to turn heel right now. And if she did, it would be way too quick. Like what's going on? Let us breathe. Let us blink like 2 or 3 times before this heel turn happens. But Kenny, now that you're back, my man, what do you think?
Well, sorry about that, y'all. I'm in a hotel right now and the Wi-Fi
Mm.
is trash, but I just connected to my mobile hotspot, so hopefully we're better. But the last thing I heard, we were talking about Jade Cargill winning her match.
Yeah,
Did y'all
yeah,
already talk about Bianca's match?
yeah. What do you think about that
Bianca's match, interesting. For
match or
one, she's in
injury?
here with a scrub. I'm not a Candice LeRae fan at all,
Oh my
so
god!
Wow,
I'd like to see
wow,
Bianca
wow.
Belair wash her really quick.
All right.
Indy Hartwell out there with the shenanigans, but
Mm.
surprising win here. Well, not surprising win. I won't say that, but I would say surprising way they position these brackets because now it looks like we're going in the route of Bianca versus Jade. So I think you got to stop Bianca in the next match because right now is not the time for these two to face off. So I'm hoping that's not where we're going right now, but I don't know. Interesting to see where we get there. But
Well,
Kero,
quick.
you put up an interesting idea, and I think you
Yeah.
you might be onto something.
Well, quick question. Who do you think
Tiffy
is gonna
time.
win this right now? Yeah, Tiffy time. Will it be Jade? The whole thing. Do you got
Oh,
any
the whole
predictions?
thing?
The whole shebang.
Just quick fire, Brian.
I don't
If
think
you
you
had to
can.
say one
I
name,
think I think Jade wins it.
Jade, Kenny.
I think they might go with Tiffany. You
Oh,
can't
over
pin Jade right
Jade.
now, but
Only
I
reason
don't
I
know.
say only
Is she
reason
the
I say Tiffany is because Tiffany is probably gonna win Money in the Bank. So I think you
Mm.
give Jay this and let Tiffany go and chase the Money in the Bank.
You know what? I agree with Brian. Make it 2. And then we move on to the men's King of the Ring, which we saw at the main event. AJ Styles losing one more time to Randy Orton. Randy Orton moves on. And we also saw Tama Tonga moving on, but just barely after getting really, really beat up by Angela Dawkins, of all people. They cheated to win, and Tama and Randy is moving to the next round. In fact, Randy, I have to talk about both of them because Randy basically cut a promo saying that I am going to find you in this tournament, basically spoiled the whole tournament. We're definitely meeting in this tournament, and when I RKO you, I will make sure you see it coming. So, how do you guys feel about the men's not Royal Rumble, King of the Ring? How's it going so far? Do you like Randy advancing? Like, are the names good enough?
I don't mind it. I think right now we are getting some good like wrestling matches. Like I think we're getting
Yeah.
some bangers right now with this tournament. I'm not really a tournament guy, and I've always said
Mm.
that. It's not my thing because it's like I don't know. I don't like matches like without story. But for this, obviously, it has to happen. So yeah, I mean I can't complain so far. They've been putting on a really good tournament, especially with Sheamus and Gunther last week or last Monday on Raw. I thought that was a hell of a match. I watched it back. So I mean, man, listen, they're putting on some bangers. The Randy and AJ match, they gave it like 20 plus minutes. So hey,
Yeah.
at least they're doing things correctly, I'd say.
Yeah, it's been like we've been seeing SmackDown and Raw, and they're actually wrestling on a wrestling show for the first time ever, maybe. So that's
Yeah,
kind of insane. But Kenny,
exactly.
I'm sure you love that, man, right?
You young guys, I'm not a tournament guy. Come on, man. Back in my day, the King of the Ring was like one of the biggest pay-per-views we had. But I mean, I understand the thing. You don't want match after match after match. But I mean, if there's like an underlying story, like when Xavier Woods won it, his thing was I wanted to be the King of the Ring all my life. So you had that guy to get behind and root for him to get to the end. In this case right here, I really don't care who wins it because we've
Mm,
seen what happens in previous years. They get the stupid king gimmick they got to run around with for the next year. So that's really why I don't want Jade to win because she doesn't need to be a tag
Queen,
team champion and have the stupid king or queen gimmick.
right?
So I think it's just kind of a negative for whoever wins.
They
So
got to get rid of that though, cause like I know like I don't know, man. Like, and for me, that's probably why though, Kenny, because I feel like if the tournament was better handled and it was just better for the superstar in general, like to not have to carry that gimmick all year long, I would personally
yeah,
enjoy it a lot more knowing what comes out of it. But like over
Yeah,
the years, like what comes out of it has been diminished. Like a guy wins it and you
yeah,
won't hear about
right.
that guy for the next couple months. So it's like, for example, like back in the day, and we know this because we've seen documentaries, like even Stone Cold and Triple H, like
Stone
Triple H was
Cold.
actually upset that he got pulled out of that tournament and they gave it to Stone
yeah,
Cold because you know what comes after you won
Yeah,
King of the Ring back
Mm,
then. It doesn't really mean as much
yeah.
anymore. So that's why to me it just seems pointless right now. So I'm hoping that,
No, I agree.
with
interesting.
Triple H as the guy in the office and knowing how important that once was to him, maybe he makes it feel like that for the fans again. Because right now to me it's cool matches, but at the same time it's pointless if nothing comes out of it.
Well, I want to quickly say
Yeah,
that
and I think
so
it's
far, just sorry to rain on your parade, Kenny,
no,
but I
no.
think it's good, man. I think so far the way this has been handled has been the best ever since like forever, maybe.
Yeah, no, it's been handled well.
I'm hopeful.
Yeah,
I
but I
think
think
more hopeful than you guys.
afterwards is where we really see how good it is. Because I mean, they can
Mm,
handle it well right now, but if we walk out and somebody has the crown and the whole robe and everything, I think the last person I really worked for was Wade Barrett. So I mean, just give him a ring like you did with like they do MJF. Just give him a ring to
yeah.
walk around with. Like I'm the king of the ring. Keep it moving.
I think
Yeah.
with Gunter winning, he doesn't like to be, do the funny stuff, which is funny when you look at his early career, but that's a whole nother topic. I think that's something we're gonna get. He's gonna like demolish the crown. He's gonna say, This is a joke. We're not clowns here, respect the business. And it might just do exactly what you want, Kenny. So I think we're in good hands this year. I really am optimistic.